Hi everyone, it's Kim with cardcreationsbykim.com, and we're here today to make this simple little just saying hello card. It's actually going to be a set of note cards. Let's talk about some of the products and materials that I used. This is the 8.5 by 11 and it's green cardstock. You know, I think I got this probably at either Joann's or Michael's, and I cut it so that when it folds over, it's going to be 5.5 by 4.25, just like that. Okay, set that aside. I also used for the inside of the card, it's the Paper Company Crafts and Creativity, this one here, and this one I thought was going to be a little thicker, but it's not, but that's okay because I can use it for the insides of my cards that I make that are of a dark color. So, and then for the flowers I used die cuts with a view, and I used the gold color that's in here. Okay, so I used a little bit of score tape. I used the Hero Arts stamp that says just saying hello. And I'm going to use some Fisker punches. This one here, this is the corner punch. And I just got this. This is, I think they call it a ribbon punch. I'm not actually going to put the ribbon through it this time, but I have on other cards and it turns out really cute. Some Recollections foam adhesives, we're going to use those. And some Memento ink, as well as some color box variety ink here. And I think that is it. So let's set this aside. Get started on our card. I think the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and use my punch. And I kind of have been practicing and getting better and better at it, but I feel like I need to line it up upside down. And I can actually see the card in the punch hole, so I'm going to do this. This one's a little hard to punch, but that's okay. And then I flip it over, and it just seems to line up better, like so. Make sure that's all down in there so we're all lined up. And you can see my flowers lined up with the pattern on the stamp. And I need to do it again here. And it looks like we got one more to do. Line it up and punch. Okay. Well, on the other one, I was able to get it on so that it didn't have this. So let's go ahead and start off, and we'll just finish the card and make another one off camera. Alright, so let's get our bones. Here we go. Let's get it straightened out there. Okay, now for the flowers, it was a little bit extra work, but I'm okay with that. What I did was I found a little piece of scrap of the die cuts with the view paper, and I used that. I'm all about using scraps. And another technique that I've been using so I don't have too much clutter on my scrapping tables, I use the acrylic thingy for my stamps. So basically what I did was I just stamped like so, and these are great little scissors, Fiskars, and I just came along and cut it like this. Using the technique where you move the image versus trying to move the scissors. I like the Memento ink because it dries really fast. The StazOn itself is great ink, especially when you're working with vellum or the Shrinky Dinks, that's actually what you have to use the StazOn for those type of paper. But for this kind of thing, the Memento works perfectly. Alright, and we're good to go. Okay, so that's one of the flowers. Actually, I did pre-cut the flowers before the video, so I'm going to set that aside. And then I have a scrap piece of green paper, but I don't see it here. Yes, I do. Okay. And then we're going to make the leaves. And I'm really only going to cut out two, just so you see, you know, how I did it. So let's stamp it up on this side here. And here, I'm going to close up my ink, set that aside, and just while I have a moment, I'm going to take my baby wipe here and clean up. Now, this stamp and this, I don't know the name brand, but most likely I got it at either Michael's or Joann's. Okay, so that's clean. And then take my scissors, and cut them out like so. I'm just going to leave a little bit of a frame or edge around the leaf. Yep, good to go. I'll set this here with my, sorry about that, bumped the camera. Alrighty. Then I'm going to do my Just Saying Hello, and for lettering stamps, I like to use the, I believe it's Fiskars acrylic blocks that have the lines. I can line it up and it ends up being as straight as possible. So, and I'm really only just going to put this right down here. Now, I debated on using black because you can't really see it, but I could have used the bleaching technique on this, and it would have been just fine. Then it would have been white and shown up a little better. So, set that aside. Alrighty, so here we have our flowers, and I'm going to put two of them on with our leaves. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up one of the flowers, and it's going to give it a little bit of dimension. But I see here I need to use my, oops, I'm going to ink up the edges on this. This is another type of ink that dries real quickly. And we'll put that one about right here. Now with the leaves, I'm using my teeny tiny score tape, which was right here in front of me. Oh, there it is. And I'm going to fold it on that line here, like so, so I know where to put the score tape. And this tears real easily, so if you want to use your scissors and be more precise, you can do that. A little bit too much. Try that again. Gosh, my score tape doesn't seem, there's, you know, it's so funny. All my videos I have something funky that goes wrong with it. Funky. I just used the word funky. That's funny. Tells you my age, huh? Alright, so let's go ahead and cut a little piece. And put it on the back here. My kindergarten teacher, who just recently passed away, she used to have a saying that was, and not, it wasn't something she made up, but you know, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Well, that's something that I use quite often with my card making. Okay. And we're going to tuck this guy right in here. And see what's kind of cool about this? Oh, I got my score tape in there. Is that once you get it on, you kind of fold it in a little bit. Tuck that in there. Okay. Now we're going to do the other one. And I really like the green and the gold combinations of color. It's unusual for cards. Alright, so let's tear that off. And we're going to tuck that in right there. Go ahead and bend it up now. Give it a little push there. Alright, for this next card, I'm just going to adhere it down. I'm not going to pop it up. And it's going to go right underneath the other one. Pick it up. Like that. And tuck it in right there. And then we're going to get our leaves. And put some more score tape. And I'm kind of bummed that I didn't stamp that correctly. I really do need to make another card, but I'm going to finish this video. Just so that you guys can see what I did. And that's going to show. So clip that off. You know, it's almost, I'm thinking some Tombow mono adhesive would be good for these leaves, as well as the score tape. Push it down. I'm going to bring that up. Alrighty, hang in there, we're almost done. One more leaf. So. Everybody in my house is still sleeping, so I thought I would go ahead and try and do a video. Otherwise, we'll be waking up soon. Okay, so for the inside, I'm going to use some, trying to match up the best color here. So I think I'm going to use this darker color, and I'm going to punch the corners, but just the top corners, not the ones that are going to be on the bottom. And this actual punch is emboss and punch. So you can sort of see that it embosses at the same time. Set that aside. Okay, now I'm going to ink this. Like so. Like I said, I decided not to put the ribbon in the card because it's really just, you know, a little note card. It's not a card. So let's open this up. Now I want to line it up so that when I close it, that white part is going to show through so that it brings out the flowers of the Fiskars Punch. Okay. That is it. And you know, in this way, because it's such a dark cardstock, they can write their message on the inside. You got the little decorative. Alrighty, well, that is my Just Saying Hello card. Hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to put the information on my blog, which is cardcreationsbykim.com. I'm sorry, cardcreationsbykim.blogspot.com. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.